Greg and Tracy, welcome to the design process. What you've first noticed, of course, is that massive, big, entertaining pavilion that I've put on the end of the pool here. But before we get to the design, let's have a quick look at the house. I think there's too much red brick. Those walls around the veranda, I want to clad them in stone. Of course, this end here, this is all gone. This is going to be part of the big pavilion. Your views out, the trees are beautiful, particularly the robinia. I love that robinia. And so I want to really sort of nestle into that tree. This new pavilion comes right out to the end of the barbecue there, and I want to clear up some of those branches of robinia and so we can see into that. The levels of the lawn around the pool, I would actually like to bring them up and actually level that out if we could. That would take us all the way down to the box hedge. The rest of the house, the corner of the house, I haven't altered this at this stage. Clotheslines and where that gymnasium gear is, I haven't touched that. I would like to see on where the equipment goes, a nice screen or some nice doors going in there. So obviously all the pool fence goes and now sits up on the veranda, so we get all of this space around the pool back. I'm just going to pave it all, and I've given you some raised garden beds in there. The pool itself, you'll see in my design, I've fully tiled it. You could do a waterline tile and you could try and get the pebblecrete back into the pool, but unfortunately whenever we do renovation works, you end up with drumminess on the pebblecrete, and it often needs redoing. So that can be an option. We can just look at that in terms of the costing. So most of what you see here, I've actually wanted to pull up. Even though the Castlemaine slate is good, I've brought in this other stone. So I'm going to repurpose this stone for a pathway that comes around the side of the pavilion, which is not on this design, but you'll see where I'm talking about. So obviously flying over your house, the corner of your current veranda, you can see this big pavilion that's been put out there. You can see where your current sweep of box hedging comes around, and the big tree is the robinia there. So what I want to do is bring in a very unbusy style of paving, very clean lined, and I think that's one of the problems with the Castlemaine slate at the moment. And of course, hasn't been sealed very well. I want to do raised garden beds all the way around here. They're done in stone. They've got a capping on top, really good for lighting. Obviously, here's the pool now fully tiled, looking really nice and fresh. I want to get furniture into the poolside area. I just think that is a draw card. And then, of course, the big pavilion. So the big pavilion is just a step out of the back door to the left, and it includes the dining table, the barbecue, an outdoor kitchen, a lounge area. I've got a fireplace on the wall here. I've got bar benches around the side here. You can see just on this corner where the box hedging comes. So I'm going to undo all of that. I'm actually going to turn the back side of this wall into a garden bed and fill it up with beautiful trees and beautiful plants. And then I'm going to use the stone from the existing pool to sweep around this corner back towards the driveway. So this will all be planted. The corner where the stone and the brickwork meet, you can see it glitching there. I actually want to clad all of that in the new stone. I've left it there just to be able to demonstrate where that extension is. So all new paving on the ground. If you want, we can go back to the Castlemaine slate, but I have introduced stone walling to go around all of those brick walls as I described before. I just want to reduce the amount of brickwork. And the stairs kind of step down towards the pool. Now inside the pavilion area, I want to put in skylights. I want to put in lots of skylights. I was playing around with how many I could get in, but I think it's too busy, so I think I'll just probably reduce the number of size and just go for some bigger ones. But there's plenty of room there for dining, for lounging, for entertaining. There's the barbecue. I've got bifold windows at the back of that. I've got a big TV sitting up on the wall there, and you can see a concrete hearth and a fireplace there. There could be gas, doesn't need to be real flame. And that ability to sit at the bar and look out of the garden views from up here are beautiful. You have really nice trees to look out on. Obviously we need to put pool fencing around the thing, so I've really just squared off on the front of this pavilion, down the side of the pool, the veranda of the house, and just turn this into a bigger, more comfortable, more sort of luxurious size space. And the plants in the garden beds, well, they can be whatever, but that's just what I've dotted in for the time being. So let me know what you think of this approach, whether that's what you had in mind. This was my first inclination when I first came to the property. This is, something that this is what it should be.